What's up, guys? LVL here, bringing you my thoughts on gaming news. First up, developers say that the developers of Dishonored have stated that it takes them 24 or 22 hours to complete the game, and that's with them knowing how to solve every puzzle and how not doing any of the side missions, just going straight through the main story. And I don't know why developers do this. I don't know why they give their they try to speed run through their game to tell you, oh, it takes this long. I know they've done it with Fallout 3, and apparently, like, really good developers or whatever like that, they can run through the game in like 2 hours and some minutes. Same thing with Skyrim. Bethesda's the one that really does it, but I really never got the idea behind that. I mean, most gamers, when it comes to an open world game like that, we don't try. I mean, at least I personally don't try to rush through the game. I try to look at for all little secrets and all little nooks and crannies. And I never really understood the reasons for announcing how long a game takes to complete. I mean, if it was like a single player game, like RE4, RE6, and stuff like that, then I'd be like, okay, because some games like Enslaved or Heavenly Sword, they only, they were short games. They only took 4, maybe 5, 6 hours to complete. So I don't know. It's just I never really understood the concept of announcing how long it takes a developer to complete a game. Just to say, oh, it's this long. Never really understood that fact. But whatever. Also, basically, Nomura has kind of teased that there will be a Kingdom Hearts HD Collection 2, which I kind of figured and I kind of talked about in one of my previous videos. I mean, if they put Kingdom Hearts 1 and Weekend Memories for the HD collection, you're still missing like 3 games. You're missing Recoded, you're missing Birth by Sleep, and you're missing Cage 2, which I kind of just assumed they were going to do it. For him to just tease it is like, we know it's coming, just say it. I mean, really, it's not that big of a surprise. Not really. But, whatever. Also, I'm not really a big Assassin's Creed fan. I played the first one, didn't really care for it. I tried to play the second one, couldn't really get into it, never finished it. I just don't really. The series doesn't really inspire me to, grab me. But the one thing that I think is cool about the new game is a DLC pack for Assassin's Creed 3 called the Tyranny of King George, which basically is an alternate future where after the Revolutionary War is won, uh, George Washington turns into a tyrant, and it's like it looks pretty cool. The little concept picture for it is up, and I'll include a link for it. But it's got me intrigued. It's one thing that maybe I will borrow it from a friend. I know I should say buy, but honestly, I'll probably maybe borrow it just for that. Also, a little dev diary for ZombieU is out, and honestly, that's the one game that if I'm able to get a Wii U anytime soon, it comes out November 18th, and that's right around the corner. Pre-orders are like sold out. There's a waiting list. Stores are going to be sold out pretty darn quick. I'm pretty positive of that fact. If I do manage to ever get one, ZombieU is the one game that I'm actually really looking forward to play. That's the one game that I know for a fact I will get at launch. And it looks really cool. Check it out. Really awesome. Also, bas- basically, let's get to the nitty gritty. The big news was Mass Effect is not only getting a giant patch today, but on Tuesday, they're also getting another DLC called Retaliation. Now, first, the patch. The patch is humongous. It has a whole bunch of bug fixes, and it is adding content and modifying powers. Like Singularity will no longer. It's like apparently it's going to do damage over time and set off biotic explosions, and it's going to do a heap of stuff. And apparently, Incinerate, the level 5 of Incinerate was it does extra damage to frozen or chilled enemies, and I actually noticed this before, but it really never really worked for me when I had it. Like, I would freeze some enemies, and then I would try to explode them with Incinerate, but it never really happened. Apparently, that's going to be fixed and going to be put in. Apparently, some powers are being changed up and made better, and the cooldowns are being changed. Banshees and, like, I think Banshees and one other enemy are finally getting headshot damage, to where if you shoot them in the head, they take 40% more damage, which thank God, because Banshees are too overpowered. And other news for Banshee is their sync grab for the instant kill. Apparently the distance for it has been fixed and shortened, so hopefully we won't have any more problems with people rolling out the way and then being automatically synced backwards into the Banshee's grasp, which would be tremendous help for me especially. And just a whole bunch of fixes. I'll include a link down below. It is going to be freaking amazing. The one fix that I kind of was like, oh damn, that's going to suck, is the fact that apparently they're fixing a bug where if you're down, the enemy that would come up to you to try to execute you, at some moments they would sometimes come up to you and then just leave you. Kind of like, it's probably a bug, but it's more of, I saw it more of an act of mercy. And it, I kind of enjoyed that fact that I've always had that chance of being spared. Now they're apparently fixing that bug, so they're coming to get you, and that's it. You're done once you see them over you. And that's going to be really annoying, but at the same time, it's going to be freaking amazing. Now, for the DLC that's coming on Tuesday, a new enemy type is being introduced, the Collectors, which is going to be freaking pretty interesting. Now, but not only the new enemy types, apparently there's going to be a new map. There's going to be variations on maps that already exist called hazards, where basically there's going to be like sandstorms, acid, lightning just coming around. You have to survive that, that's going to be pretty cool. Apparently the collectors are going to have like 3 new weapons, assault rifle, a submachine gun, and a sniper rifle. Apparently new classes like a Turian Havoc Soldier and the Turian Infiltrator. A whole mess of stuff is coming out, and it looks freaking amazing. I cannot wait. My internet connection had been terrible for like the last month or so, and I've not really been able to play Mass Effect 3 multiplayer that much at all. But now with this DLC, this patch, and this DLC coming out, I am gonna try my damnedest to get back on that. But in that news, I'm playing RE6 right now, and out of all the negative reviews I've been hearing, there have been a few positives, but so far, I don't find that much wrong with the game. It's not that bad. I just finished Leon's story. I haven't finished anyone else's, and his was not so bad. I mean, I didn't play as Leon, I actually played as Helena, and it looks like a lot more stuff happened to Leon than to Helena. I found myself at some points just watching, like, some stuff happening to Leon. Yes, there are moments where I have to like save him and like do stuff to help him out, but not as much as when he has some stuff that he has to do alone. Stuff like, little stuff like, I'm pretty sure there's a scene where we're jumping over like these like what were like racks or stains, whatever, I don't know what they're called. And like for me, I jump over fine, and then when I jump over, it's like an automatic cinematic kicks in for Leon where a zombie grabs him and he has to like quick time to push him off. And nothing really happened like that for Elena, at least not for a good bit. Like it did happen, I think, once near the end, but it happened to Leon a lot more than it did to Helena. And near the end of the game, well, I don't want to spoil anything, there's a fight between Leon and a creature, and he has another partner helping him while Helena is up in a rooftop trying to give them cover. Now, as I said, I was playing as Helena, so I was in that rooftop, and I had to cover Leon and the other person, and I was completely out of ammo. The fight before just completely ran me dry. I had no ammo for any of my guns, no grenades, no nothing. I was completely tapped. So all I could do was sit there and watch. I literally could do nothing but just watch. They had like maybe 3 or 5 ammo crates, and I went through them like that. I mean, literally, I sat there for maybe 15 minutes just watching the NPCs trying to kill this monster and praying that they did and they don't die. I mean, yes, they're indestructible, but my NPC has died when like I've let like an action or a certain thing, like I didn't shoot it in time. So NPCs are like, they're not killable when they're with you, but if you're separated, they can die. So I'm just sitting up in this building, just watching, trying to hope that these 2 NPCs kill this monster. Two zombies come by, and I'm thinking, oh, thank God, they're gonna drop some ammo for me. So I kill them, I drop that ammo. They each give me like 3 shots of sniper rifle ammo. I take those 3 shots, And then again, I'm stuck waiting again, and no zombies, nothing. I'm literally there waiting, sitting, just watching these NPCs, trying to hope that they kill this monster. Finally, again, I said after like 15-20 minutes, another zombie pops up, and as I go running towards him to kill him to get ammo, the cinematic kicks in. At first, I'm scared that one of the NPCs got killed, but thankfully, the NPCs actually killed the monsters, and I was so relieved because I did not want to have to go through that again. But I actually really like the NPCs in this game. They're actually a lot better than in 5. They didn't, waste ammo or nothing like that, and they revived me pretty good, which I really appreciated. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. I see where the complaints are coming from, but at the same time, it's not so bad. People are exaggerating, I think. But again, that's their opinion. This is mine. I'm just a gamer. You guys take care and have a good one. All right, peace.